Laughter filled the room like thunder. Loud, harsh, uncommon. Kian stood on the stage at a small startup event, holding his invention, an odd-looking pair of shoes. Smart Steps, he called them. Shoes that tracked how you walk, helped improve posture, and even charged your phone while you moved. To him, it was the future. A judge smirked. So, shoes that charge phones? What's next? Hats that cook dinner? Kian's face turned red. His heart dropped. Worried tone. He tried to smile, but inside he felt crushed. This was supposed to be his moment. Instead, it felt like his worst nightmare. He saw familiar faces in the crowd. Some looked away. Others laughed with everyone else. He walked off stage slowly, feeling small and broken. Kian grew up in a quiet, poor town. His dad fixed tires. His mom cleaned houses. Money was tight, but they survived. As a kid, Kian was different. While others played sports, he took apart old radios and tried to build new things. People called him strange. Even his uncles laughed, calling him the little inventor. But Kian didn't care. He loved creating. He couldn't afford college, so he worked jobs, delivering food, packing boxes, entering data. At night, he taught himself engineering from free online videos. One day, after a long shift on his feet, an idea hit him. What if shoes could do more than just protect our feet? What if they helped us? That night, Smart Steps was born in his mind. He started building the first version in his mom's small shed. He believed in it with all his heart. Kian pitched his idea to anyone who would listen, at small events, online, even at parks. People smiled politely, then walked away. Phone charging shoes? That's silly, one person said. His best friend, Jace, said, "Man, maybe it's time to let this go. Get a real job." Even his mom, with love in her voice, asked, "Maybe you should think about your future. Don't waste your best years." The prototype wasn't great. It was heavy. The sensors broke. The app crashed a lot. But Kian kept working. Every no pushed him to try harder. One investor, Clara, told him, "You've got passion, but passion doesn't pay the bills." Those words stayed with him. He felt more and more alone. But every night he returned to the shed, kept building, kept believing. Soon, Kian ran out of money. He used up all his savings on parts and shipping. He sold his car, then his laptop. He walked to the library to use a computer. He skipped meals. Sometimes, he only had noodles for days. Then Jace left. "You're not the same anymore. You've changed," he said. Kian wrote in his journal, "I might be crazy, but if I quit now, I'll never know if I was right. That hurts more than failure." He slept on the floor of the shed, surrounded by broken parts and broken dreams. Still, he kept going. One day, on a borrowed tablet, Kian saw a contest online. Create a tech idea that helps people. Win $50,000 and mentorship. He entered. For 2 days, he barely slept. He fixed the app, filmed a simple demo, and submitted everything. A week later, "You're a finalist," excited and nervous tone. He stood on stage again, but this time his voice was calm. His product looked better. He explained how Smart Steps could help the elderly, workers, and athletes. The room was quiet. Then came applause. One judge, a tech CEO named Anya, said, "This is brilliant. Why hasn't this been done before?" Kian won. Anya helped him find the right people. A health TikTok influencer shared his product. Orders exploded. In 6 months, Smart Steps made over $2.2 million in pre-orders. Kian opened a small office, then another. He hired his mom as finance manager, and even Jace came back as head of marketing. Smart Steps was everywhere: news, websites, even late-night TV shows. Kian watched as orders grew. He wasn't just selling shoes, he was giving people something to believe in. One day, he got an email from Clara, the investor who once said passion wasn't enough. "I was wrong. Let me know if you ever raise funds again." Another message came from the judge who mocked him at the first pitch event. I underestimated you. You've built something amazing. Kian smiled, not out of pride, but because he finally felt seen. Kian stood in the old shed where it all began. He looked around. The tools, the broken pieces, the hope. He whispered, "Thank you." Then he walked outside, the sun shining on his face. He had proved everyone wrong, not with words, but with action. He turned back, took one last look at the shed and said, "They laughed at my idea, but they'll never forget my name." The end.